Stay with me."
"I will," I assured him. From his back pocket, he whipped out a gun and handed it to me. He then took out his gun from his side pocket and held it up, ready to fire. Like I'd promised, I stayed beside him, and we proceeded up the steps and onto the second floor, where the library was situated. Who could it be? Who was it? And how did they know to go to the library? How the fuck would they have known that? It was just Dad and me talking that day in the garden. There'd been no one else. No one saw me when I went to the library. I'd made sure of it. I heard shuffling in there as we approached, and books being thrown around.
"How the fuck hard can it be to find a safe?"
Came a voice I recognized well. It couldn't be. Luke and I walked into the library and saw not only Jefferson, but Holloway inside. They stopped throwing the books from the shelf and turned to meet our gazes.
"Well, well, well. I see we just discovered who the rats are,"
Luke mused, pointing his gun at them.
"Not one, but two of them. Vermin. Fucking vermin."
My mouth and throat were dry. Shock flew through me. Shock and surprise tangled with betrayal. More betrayal. I would never have guessed it was them. It was fine for Luke. He didn't know them like I did. I thought they were my friends. But then, I guess I was kidding myself. I didn't know them at all. Jefferson and Holloway. My God. They were my enemies. I swallowed hard, but I couldn't get past the lump in my throat. I just couldn't believe what I was seeing before me, and really, why should I be so surprised? Luke didn't appear shocked at all. He'd known it was them. Surely he must have known it was one of them. But both? Jefferson and Holloway came as a duo. They'd been friends as far back as I could remember and did everything together. They were the kind of friends who followed each other for good or bad. So, if one was a rat, the other was tainted too. Didn't make it any easier, though. It didn't. They were my friends, guys I would have trusted with my life. Why? Why? The words fell from my lips straight from the wound of betrayal. I shook my head at them. Jefferson had the audacity to smile at me. He had the audacity to look at me and smile, like it was nothing. It made me feel like throwing up.
"Nothing personal, Taylor. Or should I say, Rossi?"
He smirked. Holloway stood in that casual manner he usually exuded. They hadn't pulled their guns yet. Why? Nothing personal? Really? We were friends. Sinclair could have died. When I thought of all that had happened, my soul ached, and I had to fight to keep from crumbling inside. I had to fight my emotions that tore at me the more it sunk in that they were involved.
"Sinclair's a fool in love with you,"
Holloway laughed. Out the corner of my eye, I noticed how Luke tensed at the mention of that. Looked like everyone could see how deeply Sinclair cared for me long before I did. So he deserved to die?
"He was in the way."
Luke raised his gun higher.
"Cut the shit. How'd you get in the house? How'd you know to come in here?"
That was the important stuff, but I had so many questions I wanted to ask.
"Instructions from our boss,"
Jefferson answered. What boss? I had to ask. I had to know how this whole thing unraveled and led to me. It was vague in my mind, and maybe I didn't need specifics, but I sure as fuck wanted to know how these people got to my friends, and what price they put on my head to lure them to the dark side.
"Typical Amelia Taylor. She wants to know why."
"Tell her," Luke cut in, his voice taking on an edge I'd never heard. Jefferson laughed.
"Sure thing. Months ago, we were approached with an offer. We both got a phone call each. No name, just a muffled voice. The guy offered us 10 grand each if we could give him access to our staff database. Of course, we did it, and they fixated on you. After that, we were offered $1 million each to work with them. An irrefusable offer. It took a while, but from some old hospital records they had on you, they were able to get access to your DNA files. But it was inconclusive. Inconclusive with a trail, though, because they noticed a glitch in your listing on the system.